Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm trying to give my people over here a little bit more time to get in. I'm just checking out everything. Y'all having a good Monday? I did something different, y'all. I did dark lipstick today. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Let me know what you think in the comments. All right. All right. I have 3 devices going again, so y'all, we trying this thing again. Y'all don't give up. Don't give up on me yet. Y'all know I get started and then I be like, I think it's going good, and then somehow, some way, I end up losing somebody. So the struggle with having 3 devices. Oh goodness. All right. Anybody on Facebook? Can y'all see me? Because I can't see y'all. Anybody? No? Let's see. Well, y'all let me know if y'all can see me. Okay? I am making all kind of noise, so y'all, I apologize ahead of time, okay? All right. So, I am not going to hold y'all because you know how I am about staying on time and keeping people appreciative or being appreciative of people's time. So with that being said, hello, hello, hello. How you doing? Y'all there? Hold on. I see somebody over here that's trying to get my attention. All right, y'all. So I am just going to do it like this. We ain't going to worry about it. We're going to press on because God is good no matter what's going on. So I am your girl, Quita Quee. Welcome to my RRCC Real Resilient Conversation Committee. It is another wonderful Monday, and I am ever so grateful that you chose to spend your Monday evening with me. If this is your first time, I come to tell you happy March 14th. So I am your host. I'm here each and every Monday where we use resilient conversation as a way to, oh, you don't see it on Facebook. It should be, it's kind of doing its own thing. So you be patient. Give me a second. It's saying that it's live. I can't see it, but it's still saying that it's live. So those of you who are looking for me on Facebook, I do apologize. It's showing that it's live. I just am not able to change it for whatever reason. It might be under the Quita instead of Real Resilient Conversations, but I'm just pressing through. I'm pressing. So with that being said, thank you all for coming and joining me on the 14th of March. We are well into the Women's History Month. And so with that being said, today's topic, if it is your very first time joining me, today's topic is going to be, drum roll please, anybody, is strength of a woman. So strength of a woman is our topic for today, and we are utilizing the Women's History Month in order to highlight how women have influenced history. So with that being said, I want y'all to take time out, because if it is your first time, you have no idea. So those that come each and every other week, I want you to go ahead and show them how we do. Go ahead and let them know what type of ways that you can be resilient utilizing the topic strength of a woman. So with that, that means that what? There are so many ways in which we can appreciate the women in our lives. So that may include the times that we have to what? Right? So utilizing the chat, go ahead and put it down there in the chat. Let me know what you think and how you feel that strength of a woman, tonight's topic, has a way of showing and really honoring the women for Women's History Month. So down in the chat, I am down here looking forward to seeing what y'all got. So while y'all are tick-tacking away and click-clacking away, let me know what y'all think and how strength of a woman does feed into resiliency. I'm going to go ahead and, if y'all heard in the advertisement, I used the song Strength of a Woman by Mary J. Blige. So that, of course, really resonated with me. And I just want to go ahead and kind of read off the words to the song. And because of that, that gives us the opportunity to really kind of figure out where I was going with this whenever I utilize Strength of a Woman. So the lyrics say, I am woman, hear me out, never claiming to be anything I am not. Right? I said I was woman, so hear me out, right? Not trying to take over. I want what's mine, not what's yours. It is, so before I continue on, just that right there, I am only giving you what I have, who I am. I'm not trying to be someone else. I'm not trying to be someone better. I am simply trying to be myself and how to become even better, right, with that. And so the rest of the lyrics go something to the something like, not trying to take over, I just want my spot. How can life go on without me? Remember who women are, right? And remember what we were created to do. So how can life go on without me? It's impossible. All the pain endured to give life. And because anytime that you give life to anything, it is not comfortable. It is very uncomfortable. I have yet to bear a child through actual childbirth. However, the art of giving birth to something spiritually, mentally, emotionally still is a painful thing. It is not comfortable. It is going to shift you out of your comfort zone. Okay. So we keep giving and giving and giving. That's the strength of a woman. So you have to also think about the ways in which a woman continues to give, right? Whether that be emotionally, mentally, spiritually, socially, however she gives of herself is going to it's going to, it's not going to find, it's going to find a way into your life to show you just how much she is used to giving, how much she shows herself, how much she gives of herself, right? And it is truly, truly, truly all because of her strength. And sometimes the strength that she didn't even know she had. So let me skip ahead. It says, not saying move over. I'm here to help because we're helpmates, right? Just like we're looking for helpmates, right? And that's what God made me for. You ain't got to build yourself by yourself. Y'all gonna make me have to go ahead and preach. You don't have to build yourself by yourself. What does that even mean? When you're talking about you don't have to build yourself by yourself. It is what we as women are created to do, what we're created to see. We should have vision beyond just the 5 feet ahead of us, right? The strength of a woman gives us the opportunity to tell you to move your pride to the side. I don't want you to go being blind. So that means I'm going to tell you and I'm going to show you and I'm going to lovingly be able to open up your eyes and say, you are only stopping here. If you're so busy doing X, Y, and Z, you are missing on the opportunity to capture the things that I'm trying to show you are yet over here, right? So when we are trying to grow, Mary J. Blige, she said it. You got your pride. Don't let it make you blind. Don't need to be walking behind, but let me walk beside you. Now, this song, whenever I heard it, I was like, there's no way. I cannot speak on the strength of a woman when you are talking about the things that we have to do as women. When previously in history, a woman was not allowed to walk in front of nor beside. They were only allowed to walk behind. In some societies, it is yet still that way. So what are we doing to now bring ourselves and our mentality and our emotions into not letting your emotions overpower your intellect? Does that make sense? You are created to be a support being. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a support being, which is a woman by your side, let me explain to you why they are important. If you are thinking about a house, your woman is your framework. You might do everything else in order to make that house look like a home, but without her, your house will truly and surely, swiftly crumble and fall apart, right? You need your support framework because if it's not there, what happens, right? Remember that your helpmate can't do it all on her own, which is why we were made to have what? A helpmate, because we need help in each and every aspect in which we are growing and showing and glowing. We can only do that but so long by ourselves. So women go through all kind of abuse, neglect, manipulation, financial hardships, emotional turmoil. Excuse me, I cannot speak today. um, they are leaders when no one has taught us how to be leaders. We are builders. We are elevators. We are empower. We like to empower each other and others, right? However, all while she is being drugged through the mud, her name is being put down to shame. She is being viewed as less than. And there's no other way to look at it other than the strength of who she is. She is steady telling herself that she can't stop. She can't let go. This cannot be the end because there are so many other people that are still yet depending on her. So when we are looking at who is really depending on us, we have to start here. So ladies and gentlemen, if you have a lady, and because most of you are going to have ladies in your life some way, form, or fashion, right? So whether when you see a woman that has dug herself out of the mud, dug herself out of that grave that someone thought that they were going to bury her in, please look closely. You will see her scars, and yet you will still see her smile. You will still see that although it hurts, although she is disappointed, although she is frustrated, she still is pushing on. And if you get to a place to where that woman is no longer digging, she's just ready to give up. That's where you come in, gentlemen, right? And ladies, that's also where we can come in to help build up our women, right? Our fellow woman, right? To say, what can I do to make them say, whoa, man, I didn't even know we was that. Okay, we vibing, we got some this, right? We have to look again at our own scars and not be afraid of them, right? And the reason I say that is when I think of my own scars, right? Molestation, rape, living or homeless, I've been cheated on, I've been lied to, I've cheated, I've lied, I have found ways to look at myself as less than a lady. Right? I'm not saying that Quita is always right and Quita has always got it right. I'm not saying that at all. What I am here to do is to tell you about how important it is for you to remember that your strength is only as strong as you allow it to be. If you take the time to really analyze where we are versus where we want to be, who does that make you? What type of woman does that make you become? Right? That makes you, it makes you realize that there are some things that terrify you, that frustrate you, that irritate the snot out of you. And then it feels like it can only be a dream that you can actually have someone that's going to help you, that will be intentional with their loving, that is going to be intentional with how they can find a million ways to love you each and every day in each and every way. Our job, right, as a woman is to either wait, and while we're waiting, we are yet still becoming greater, because at no point should we become stagnant. What happens with stagnant water? Stagnant water is something that is yet, it is a matter of who we do not want to be, right? Stagnant water, it grows mold, it becomes bitter, it becomes depressed, it becomes angry with the world. We are not the ones, right? It is disease, right? And Ebony, I did see that you said childbirth did have some play into the strength of a woman. So we are going to jump into that. So what I really wanted you all to think of is a loving woman is indestructible. And what do I mean by indestructible? Indestructible means that she is crafted by the challenges that have come into her life, meaning that she has been beaten, torn, destroyed, talked about, dragged through the mud, broken. Like there are cracks within her that you think are just beauty, and it is yet her cracking from within. If that makes sense. Her desire to love others and to still show forth that there is still yet a God that still loves them and appreciates them is on a bigger level than what we can even endure, to understand, if that makes sense. So we have to endure the challenges of life, while we have to endure the laughter and get the pain and the tears and the being soft but being powerful. And when I think of being soft and being powerful, I think myself as a lioness, right? You have to be very deliberate. You have to be soft with your steps. You have to be deliberate with your movements. And then when it is time for you to be practical, then it's time for you to pounce and to make sure that you get exactly what you have been watching, the goals that you have set aside for yourself. There are so many ways that we have to be practical and spiritual. We are the ones that carry our families until our men can get there, right? And sometimes it's the men that can bring the woman on spiritually and emotionally. However, whatever that portion may be, um, even if you are male to male, female to female, however your dynamics are when you're talking about the strength of a woman, whatever role you play, it is not my role to judge. My role is still to give you knowledge and influence. The tears and the soft and the powerful and the strategic and the practical, the spiritual is all a part of she as motherhood intended. She is embodied as Mother Nature. And what do I mean by that? If you think about Mother Nature, right? Mother Nature is what? It has tears, meaning it has some rainy days. It has the sunshine, which is like your laughter. It has time where the wind blows soft, and it has time where you have some violent winds. It's practical because we have to have some rain, we have to have some snow, we have to have all the different aspects of weather, right? And yet there is still a portion of Mother Nature that shows us just how good God really is, right? So we as Mother Nature show forth the strength of a woman is not necessarily measured by the impact of her hardships, but yet how life has changed her and has extended her to become even more useful. She has the mindset to refuse to let that hardship, the mindset to refuse to let those hardships dictate who she will be, right? So was I ever a whoremonger? Yes. Was I ever into entertainment? Yes. Was I ever everything you probably thinking like, Quita did that? Yes. And yet the strength of who I am, the things that I have endured, the times when I thought about wanting to self-harm, the times that I have thought about trying to just forget the male species, whatever I went through, the strength of woman itself was the opportunity, right? The opportunity to understand that the power within her mind is programmed for success. Now, don't get it twisted when I say success. Success does not stop by monetary. Success does not stop by college degrees. Success does not stop by a title. Success is who in her mind, she's like, okay, this is where I want to be and this is what I've done to get there. Success, ladies and gentlemen, is what she deems it to be. And I know you have probably asking yourself, okay, you've been talking about this whole woman thing, but what makes a woman so special? We were all born from a woman, whether you like it or not. We have sisters, aunties, mothers, cousins, grandmothers, wives, girlfriends, friends, co-workers, neighbors, mentors, consultant, counselors, whatever. Yet they are still women. And in some way, form, shape, or fashion, they have had some type of impact into your life. If you chose not to let them have impact, you have yet shut yourself out and missed out on the opportunity to be blessed tremendously. Okay, so because they each hold something dear in your heart and in their own respective ways, and the ways in which we look at that, even e.debois said something like, no force is more powerful than a woman that's determined to be to rise, to come up and become better, something of that nature, right? If you can get it in your mind to become better, right? So today I had some bodily issues, and yet I said, Quita, you can give 30 minutes, right? You had to make sure in my mind to tell my body, you will align to what I speak, right? Because there is so much power that we as women, that we Alice Walker even said the most common way that people give up their power is by what? By thinking they don't even have any. We have power. Are you utilizing your power? That is the question. That is what I want to know. Are you utilizing your power right? I think Beyonce even said something like, if you take away all the rules, still it's time to bring about change. We cannot think that life can go on without us bringing about change. So what are you doing to change the world? What are you doing to change society's way of thinking? What are you doing to change how people view women as a whole? We each have our own special slice of the pie, right? A woman somewhere had to share their lives in order for you to become and to be where you are, who you are today, right? Whether it was consciously or unconsciously, but nevertheless, good or bad, it still was a part of them that they shared with you that brought about change within yourself. There is still there's someone who they wanted you to be, and also someone you never wanted to be. Either way, it still gave a way to for you to grow and for you to be highlighted and for you to be graceful and for you to be in alignment, right? Because society has put so many demands on women as a whole in today's society. Now they want you to be a bad bee. You gotta have this much money. You gotta have this kind of car. You need to be having this kind of bag. What about the woman that's still there to make about change in a family environment? What about the woman that's still working hard to make sure her children are being fed, that's there to love on her neighbors, that's there to take care of her church, that's there to take care of a business, that's there to give jobs to the neighborhood? What happened to those women, right? So my thought process when it comes to the women, most women have endured some type of physical ailment. Like, I don't even get mad at myself anymore, right? This physical ailment is yet still a test for me to say, now what else can you do, right? Whatever the world or whatever else is trying to be thrown at me, what else can you do? What else can you throw at me? Because I'm still gonna come back. You can't shut me down. So, right? Mental frustrations, mental heartaches, emotional lack, emotional frustrations. At some point, was all the strength that a woman had to give, right? And because of that, I think that the world, oh, sorry, Facebook, I think the world has drained her so much, has drained the woman so much. Just like if you think about Mother Nature, in essence, we have taken Mother Nature for granted. We like it's always gonna be there. We good. We not doing our due diligence to take care of Mother Nature, so Mother Nature no longer takes care of us. And that's kind of how I view that society is today. The woman no longer wants to take care of the household. She like, somebody just need to take care of me, and that's what it is, right? And now I have to try and be the one woman to change and shape the way that people are thinking and viewing of themselves, right? So, for example, a rose. A rose bush has to, at some shape, form, or fashion, find a way to protect itself, all while being beautiful. And I think women that have a sense of purpose understand that. They have to still give. They have to be. They have to embody themselves with love and support and character and endurance and a smile through her tears. And yet, it still seems that some way people find a way to still abuse it. People still find a way to abuse women in today's society because they don't appreciate the woman as a whole. They take her for granted. And then you know what happens? The rose bush can only protect itself but so much. The thorns are only there but so much until they actually reach the petals of the flower of the rose, right? The beauty of it is yet so beautiful. Like, how can the rose go through all of this and still bloom in the crazy weather, in wherever a rose bush has still made it through all the thorns and it still comes out being beautiful? At some point, there is nothing else that the rose can do to defend itself. It has gone through the thorns just for someone else to come and grab it by its petals and bruise it. So now her emotions have been abused. Her finances have been abused. Her mental has been abused. Her children have been abused, which in turn means that she has been abused because she feels guilty because she wasn't there to protect her children. It's so much that goes into the woman, right? That she has to battle with. She has to battle with how society says she should dress. She has to battle with how society says she should live. That she has to battle with how society says her hair should be, her makeup. She should wear makeup, shouldn't wear makeup. She shouldn't wear tight clothes. She should wear looser clothes. All of this while she's still trying to be a support beam in someone's house. While she's still trying to be beautiful as a rose and yet have thorns, and yet someone still finds a way to clip at her right below her petals. The beauty in itself seems like it's so much for a woman to endure, right? If you think about it, Eric Thomas, the speaker, he said something like, most of us don't appreciate the things that we have here that are available to us in America. 50 to 75% is already given to us. You already have people that's willing to watch. You got social media avenues to put it on. You got different ways to advertise that's free. There's many different ways that you can still get the information out there without having to worry about if someone is going to look at it. All you got to do is keep putting content out there, and eventually they're going to get tired of seeing it, and they're going to be like, let me just see what this is. He said the other 25 to 50% is what we want someone to just drop in our lap, just give it to us, make it happen. But you're not willing to do what the other half of the people that's been up, getting the other 25 and 50%, what they've been doing. They getting up at 3 in the morning, they getting up at 4 in the morning, they grind, and they still pushing through heartache and frustration and pain and money looking funny. You ain't willing to do that. You're not willing to give to other people that you know are not going to give it back. You're like, nah, I ain't doing that. You're not willing to do what they did. You're not willing to make the sacrifices they made, but you expect to still reap the same blessings and the same benefits. I'm telling you, a woman is giving birth to life itself. Whether that be, like I said, a physical birth, it be a mental birth, it has to be emotional birth, whatever way she has birthed life into you, into your family, into your vision of who you are. I am challenging you on tonight. Maybe not tonight, but throughout the rest of the week. Take time out to really appreciate the women in your life. Take time out to appreciate the women who have given up of themselves, that have sacrificed many meals to make sure you ate, sacrificed time that they could have been doing other things more productive, but giving you their time. Really take time to appreciate the woman who loves on you when she's not receiving the same type of love in return. Appreciate that woman, whether it be a family member, whether it be your co-workers, right? I really want you to appreciate the woman that's ahead of you, the woman that's doing better than you, that already figured it out, that's doing great, taking care of the family. Appreciate that woman, but also appreciate the woman that's right beside you saying, girl, we're going to figure this out together. Let's go ahead and get this business started. Let's go ahead and make sure that we got more available to our people. Let's make sure that our people are not suffering for lack thereof because we don't have it to give. And then help the women that's behind you, the people that are like, you paving the way. I'm just trying to see what you're doing because I want to be like you. Cheer on the people that are ahead of you, that already kind of, they following along the path that you want to be on. This is your opportunity, especially. It should be every day, but this month is when I'm highlighting we need to take care of our women because they are falling apart. They are falling apart. And I think of, like earlier, I was talking about the beam in the house, right? The support beam. Now it feels like everything is eating away at her. It's kind of like termites. You don't see it until it's already fragile, right? The rose bush, you don't see it until the farmer. I'm sorry, what's the people call that gardener? There it is. The gardener comes with their clippers and they clip away at the rosebuds. You don't see it until it's already too late. And now they are ready to just forget it all. Let us not let our women get to that point. We have the opportunity to love on the women in our lives. What are you doing to love on the woman in your life? On the different levels, whether they be ahead of you, beside you, or behind you. What are you doing to love on them? So, I'm close, y'all. I'm close. That is my time. I hope that you enjoyed today's show. I hope that at some point it gave you something to jump after your resiliency, right? Your resiliency of appreciation, your resiliency of honoring, your resiliency of your present, your future, and those that are to come behind you, right? Future generations that will follow you yet that you would not even know of. So trust me that you all need to come back on the 28th of March because our topic for the 28th of March is going to be C1, B1, Teach One. So make sure that you join me on the 28th of March for C1, B1, Teach One as we continue on this journey for Women's History Month. I love y'all. I can't wait to show you the amazing gifts that is yet to come on the next 2 weeks from now. It is going to bless your socks off. I cannot talk. I did not take my medication because I wanted to make sure I got through this with y'all. So bless your socks off on the 28th of March. Yes, 28th of March at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Same place, same face. And I cannot wait to show you just what God has installed in me to give to you. I am yet excited. So I pray that love, strength, happiness, and peace, joy. And make sure that you like, share, subscribe. If you don't know how, get with somebody, ask them about that little button. Make sure you get the chime. And I would love y'all. I will see y'all in 2 weeks. I love, peace, and joy. See y'all later. Peace.